Hello YouTube, this is Callum from EnglishShooting, and let's talk about magazines. Now this must be one of the most popular questions I get through the channel, through Facebook, and it is usually American viewers and subscribers and American shooters, and that is, do we have magazine restrictions within the UK? Now, you can probably see straight away that the definitive answer is obviously no. I have, these are 10 round standard magazines. I've made them 14 round magazines now. Obviously, the very, very well known Smith & Wesson 1522. I have both the 25 round and the 10 round. And then I also have this Black Dog 50 round drum magazine. Now, there are a few, I would say, little quirks to capacity within the UK, but it's not really that hard to understand, so I'll try and give my best explanation now. There are a couple of videos that will sort of aid in this, which is the FAC and SGC shotgun video, which I will link below, and there's also what we can own within the UK, which I will also link in the description below. Now, the reason that I think shotguns are important to talk about here is because that's where the only sort of magazine restriction sort of comes into place. And I'm not going to go too into detail because you can watch the video in the description below, but basically we have two classifications of shotgun, an SGC shotgun which is limited to a 2+1 and an FAC shotgun which is unlimited. So technically there's no limitation for shotguns as well, but if you have one that's over a 2+1, it has to go on a different license, but once it's on that license it's unlimited. The other little quirk is that obviously in the UK we can't own proper semi-automatic rifles. Obviously we can own semi-automatic rifles in 2.2 rimfire calibers, but anything centerfire is banned for civilian use. So those sorts of guns are the guns that you would normally have high capacity magazines. So really, although there's no magazine restriction there, we are restricted from owning those guns that would have the high capacity magazines. But for anything that is legal to own within the UK on an SGC or FAC, there are no magazine restrictions. For the Ruger 1022, I know that you can get 100 round drum magazines for that. Obviously I've got the 50 round here for the Smith & Wesson 1522, but there are loads of really, say, high capacity magazines that you can buy openly in the UK. Magazines are also not licensed, restricted or registered in any way. Anybody with or without a license can go into a shop and buy a magazine. You can buy them off the internet, and it doesn't matter about capacity that they don't make notes. You can convert, as I've said with this, I've converted this from a 10 to a 14 round magazine. The UK government just really doesn't worry about magazine restrictions within the UK. Now, could go on, but I think that pretty much sums it up. And I hope it sort of answers the question about magazines restrictions in the UK. Pretty much the definitive answer is that no, we're not restricted by capacity. We're free to, as long as we can own the gun, we can own any capacity magazine for it. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I hope to see you soon.